All right, we'd like to welcome everyone out to our evening session, our 5 o'clock game. Coming up here, we've got USC in the Whitecaps and Academy in the Dark Caps. We're just getting caps sent out. We'll get the teams lined up for intros, and we'll be ready to go for a 5 o'clock start. My name's Sean Stringen with USA Water Polo and Game On Live Studio. We're excited to be here this weekend, streaming all the National League weekends. We'll be back tomorrow, and then 2 weeks later. Hang with us here as we get things started. We'll be back with some live water polo action in just a couple minutes.
We're here in Huntington Beach at Oceanview High School. And for the 5 o'clock game, we're going to have the Whitecaps in addition to Southern California Trojans and then the Dark Caps, USAWP Polo. Let's go ahead and announce the lineup for our young academy team.
All right, we're ready to go. Here comes our academy team. In cap number 1, Nate Tauscher. In cap number 2, 3, Carter Loth. Cap number 4, Daniel Natsakanian. In cap number 5, Gage Vertigal. Cap number 6, Jacob Sodatse. Cap number 7, Ben Larson. Cap number 8, Peter Castillo. Cap number 9, Christopher Arakilian. Cap number 10, Piero Arienti. Cap number 11, Ryder Dodd. Cap number 12, Zachary Patino. Cap number 13, Will Schneider. Cap number 14, Evan Ausmus. Cap number 15, Caleb Francisco. Cap number 16, Brody Crouch. Cap number 17, Reed Pantaleon. And cap number 18, Andrew Vangren. In 1A, Riley Clanson, and the head coach will be Ross Sinclair. For USC coming up, we've got in cap number 1, Blake Jackson. Cap number 2, Christopher Aglioso. Cap number 3, Aiden Watson. Cap number 4, Jake Carter. Cap number 6, Christopher Sturvant. Cap number 7, Carson Kranz. Cap number 9, Reed Stemler. Cap number 10, Marcus Longton. Cap number 11, Henry Saunders. In cap number 12, Max Miller. Cap number 13, Tom McGuire. In cap number 14, Luca Renchik. In cap number 15, Graydon Reynolds. In cap number 16, Joshua Waldock. In cap number 17, Ashworth Moulton. In cap number 19, Tony Nardelli. And in cap number 20, Payne Fama. In 1A will be Eric Hubner. In 1B, Kyle McKinney. And in 1C, Garrett Allen. We have 2 minutes to game time. 2 minutes to game time. Just in time for that sun to get down into the horizon, give us a little bit so we don't have a little bit of a glare and reflection there off the pool. All right, we are set. My name's Sean Stringham here with USA Water Polo and Game On Live Studio. We're excited to continue and to work with USA Water Polo to stream some of their events, especially this National League. Got some great games coming. 5 games, 2 games tonight in the evening session. We had 2 games earlier today. Riptide and USC. USC dropping that, I believe it was 9-8 to Riptide. So they'll have a little spring in their step to try to avenge that. And Collegiate and LA put a good win down there on Collegiate. So here we have USC and Academy, and our 6:20 game, I believe it is going to be, let's find that, 6:10, excuse me, 6:10 will be NYAC and O Club. That's going to be the great matchup of the evening. We're going to have Greg Meskel join us on the call with that. It's going to be fantastic. The vibe is hype. The audience is starting to roll in a little bit, get ready to roll. Most of them are over here in the shade. I'm assuming as soon as the sun dips down below the horizon, they're going to move over into those standards. But evening session's getting a little bit, it's getting pretty hyped here. We're ready to go. Sprint coming here from Ryder Dodd in cap number 11. If you haven't already, roll on over to 68scores.com. That's 68scores, the numbers 6 and 8, no dash, scores, where you can see the team stats and the live play from the from the 6-8 game desk. Dodd had that. That ball is going to go out of bounds off the hands of number 3, Aiden Watson. Comes out, Tauscher looking. Tauscher's had some fantastic club success. Outlot to number 6, Jacob Sodatse. Sodatse takes that ordinary foul. Sodatse coming through, goes down line to number 11, Ryder Dodd. Ryder Dodd back over to Sodatse. To Dodd looking balanced on their leg, and a little bit of a off-speed lob there by Dodd. Bounces off the top of the crossbar. Outlet comes up to number 14, Luka Brencic. That ball takes on an ordinary. We are live here at Oceanview High School in Huntington Beach, California. What a beautiful location for some great water polo. Number 14, Luka Brencic, he takes the shot. That is off the crossbar and into the hands of Nathan Tauscher. Tauscher looking for the outlet. Tauscher to number 14, that's Evan Ausmus. Ausmus steps in, ball in hand there to number 12, Zach Bettino. Back to Bettino. Bettino gets on his legs over to Ausmus inside, and Dodd is drilled on the head as he was shooting. Incidental, but nonetheless will get the 5-meter penalty. Jacob Sodatse is going to line up for that penalty throw here. And Academy will strike first from number 6, Jacob Sadatse, off the 5-meter penalty that was earned by Ryder Dodd. 1-0. You can see we're half shade, half sun here as the sun sets here in Huntington Beach. Ball comes out to Luka Brentich, being guarded by Carter Loth. Ball goes wide over to number 10, Marcus Longton. Kicks into the hands of Brentich. There's going to be an exclusion away from the ball. That's going to be number 12, Dart. Zach Betno going to the exclusion box, sending Trojan up onto 6-on-5. That ball comes around to Luka Brentich. One more to Addison Watson. Shot and goal by Watson, converting on that first power play opportunity for the Trojan and really for the entire game. (1-1) here with 6:08 remaining in the first period. Ball comes back to Ben Larson. Larson goes over to number 6, Jacob Sodatse. Sodatse gets over to number 7, Ben Larson. Larson, one more to Zach Betno. Betno kins it back to Larson. Larson tries to go into center. That ball is scrubbed away by keeper number 1, Blake Johnson for Trojan. Here comes Aiden Watson on the attack. Watson goes ball in hand, sends it wide to the middle of the pool, over to Luka Brentich. Brentich goes down line to number 7, Carson Krantz. Krantz back to, ball swings around up to Aiden Watson. Watson stepping forward, has some space. Center being sealed there on both sides with a drop, and that ball is blocked by Nate Tauscher. Tauscher with the Statue of Liberty pass up to Ryder Dodd. Here comes Dodd on and earns the second 5-meter penalty. Now this is a fantastic opportunity to talk about the plus minus in 6-8 sports. So you get points for positive things like assists, penalties earned, earned exclusion, goals, etc. Obviously an exclusion or turnover counts against you, but Ryder Dodd is a high impact player there, and that's a goal by number 6, Jacob Sodatse. Ryder Dodd sitting at a positive here. We'll get those updated early in the game here. Sodatse at a 2.0 with 2 goals. That ball comes wide over to number 13, Tom McGuire. McGuire takes the ordinary. Ball goes to number 9, Reed Stemler. Stemler goes inside. Push off. No. We'll transition here to Academy. Academy looking for the outlet, goes up to number 9, Christopher Arkelian. Arkelian working, takes that ordinary foul. Everyone on that far side of the pool staring into the sun. Our officials doing the best they can to see. That ball comes around over to Daniel Natsakanian and then to Gage Vertigal. Vertigal over to Reed Pantaleon. Reed sends it up to number 18. That's Andrew Vangren, and he tries to get into center, and that takes the drop, and a steal there by number 9 White, Reed Stemler. Ball back to Trojan keeper, Blake Jackson. On the outlet, up to Tom McGuire. McGuire goes down line, takes the ordinary foul. Jake Carter, that's going to be upgraded to an exclusion. Number 8, Dark, that's Peter Castillo going to the box. Trojan's going to get another 6-on-5 opportunity with 4:05 remaining here. That ball swings around over to Christopher Aglioso. Coming through, stepping, ordinary foul. Ball back around to number 6, Sturvant. Nice pass, stepping in, looking to fire here, and shot by number 13, Tom McGuire, is denied by Tauscher. 2-1 Academy here in the first, 3:44 remaining in this first period of our first game of the evening session. That ball goes wide. Going to start it with the ball to number 4, Jake Carter. Carter finds Tom McGuire. McGuire being pushed out. Strong defense there by number 18, Andrew Vangren. That ball goes through and around, finds the one, attacking in, and a goal from that one spot. Hard to hit, but there it is. Number 9, Reed Stemler. Brings USC even here, 2-2 in the first. Castillo to restart. Ball back to number 17, Reed Pantaleon. He sends it dangerous into 50-50, covered by Natsakanian. Natsakanian sends that wide over to Vertigal. Vertigal chases it down with the left, and then wide into Pantaleon there. The 3 spot, that ball comes back around, over to, there's gonna be an exclusion. Castillo earns that exclusion, sending number 9, White Reed Stemler to the box. That sends Academy up into their first 6-on-5 opportunity. Going down to the 1 inside and a redirect into number 4. That's Daniel Natsakanian with the finish. And number 9, Christopher Arakelian. 2 friends play together at Harvard Westlake, and they put Academy up 3-2 here in the first period.
Harvard Westlake standout player, North Hollywood.
That ball goes back to number 6, Christopher Sturvant. Sturvant looking, sends it into Tom McGuire. McGuire being checked there by number 15, Caleb Francisco. Francisco focused on that defensive position and the ball. Number 1 rule of water polo, know where the ball is, and he knew exactly where it was, right in his crosshairs. That ball comes forward up to number 6, Sturvant. Sturvant back around to Brentich into Christopher Agluzozio, and that ball skips up over the top of the cage. Counter ball comes in as Tauscher settles, looking. Ball goes down line to number 11, Ryder Dodd. Dodd takes the ordinary. Dodd finds position into number 14, Evan Osmos. He kicks out to Francisco. Francisco, nice pass up over to number 7, Ben Larson, who earns the exclusion. Number 19, that's going to be Tony Nardelli going to the box. Setting up a 6-on-5 opportunity here for Academy. Ball comes through. Larson kicks around over to number 15, Francisco. Dodd sneaks a peek, and that ball is shot by number 15, Caleb Francisco, is blocked out, and Blake Jackson takes control as he's looking forward up to Luka Brenchik. Into Max Miller. Miller drives through Luka Brenchik into center. That's going to be an exclusion, this time number 16. That is Brody Crouch going to the box, sending Academy up onto their 6-on-5 opportunity. I believe this is their 3rd opportunity at 6-on-5. It is. They're 1 for 3 on 6-on-5. Academy looking at it 1 for 2. Shot there by number 14, Luka Brenchik, is blocked by Tauscher and kicks back to him. Loading up again on the off-speed pass over to Christopher Aglioso and right into the hands of number 15, Caleb Francisco. Francisco getting the credit for his turnover there, or with the steal there, just right into his hand. Tauscher on the outlet. Finds number 12, Zach Betno. Betno gets up on the legs with his big left hand, and he is blocked out by Jackson of the Trojan. Ball comes back into the 2-meter. Betno Back around over to Ben Larson. Larson finds number 15, Caleb Francisco. One more over to Ryder Dodd. Dodd looking down line to number 14, Evan Ausmus. Into Dodd. Shot blocked, knocked down by Johnson. Big outlet, one on goalie, off of Ryder Dodd's head. Good use of the noggin there, and that will be the end of our first period. Thank you for joining us here. My name's Sean Stringham with Game On Live Studio and USA Water Polo. We are so psyched to be here this weekend to be streaming these National League games. We've got a couple of cool highlight reels. I think you'll recognize some faces from this. Check them out.
Which one? Yellow? Yellow. Now blue? No, orange. Now blue. Ooh.
Great little message there featuring the USA Water Polo Tough campaign there. Maggie Steffens, one of the toughest people we know, founder of 6-8 Sports, bringing technology and data to the sport. Check out 6-8 Scores. I'll go ahead and drop the link in the chat so you can go find it for yourself. You're here with us on a Friday evening, or excuse me, Saturday evening in Huntington Beach. Where are you watching from? Would love to get some chat going here. If you're watching someone specific, drop their name. We'll give them a shout out. Back underway. Ben Larson accepts the one sprint from number 11, Ryder Dodd. Here we are in the second period. Sadatse, excuse me, that's number 6. Yeah, Jacob Sadatse puts that ball in play. Some motion on the 4-5 side, down over to Evan Ausmus. Ausmus takes that ball, gets in position, over to number 12, Zach Bentno. Bentno with the left, attacking in with time expiring, gets off the crossbar, tries to challenge there. Jacob Sadatse tries to challenge, but will give it back to Blake Anderson in the cage here for Trojan. Academy up 3-2 in the first period, or excuse me, in the second period. That ball comes around over to Max Miller. Ball comes around to Reed Stemler, over down into number 4, Jake Carter. 6-on-5 opportunity. Larson in the cage, and that's going to go turn back over to Academy. On the outlet, here comes Nathan Tauscher. Tauscher up to number 6, Jacob Sodatse. Sodatse being pressed out, no foul. Trying to get around the back door, does, turns him. Driving through, Sodatse being guarded by Carter. That ball coming forward, number 7, Larson gets up and puts it in. Just using strength alone, steps forward, gets up on that 6 meter mark, and just drills that top right-hand corner. Take notes for those kids watching at home. That's what an aggressive, confident shot looks like. Academy's doubling up USC here, 4-2 in the second period, 6:28. Ball back to Stemler. Stemler goes wide to number 6, Stravant. Then back to number 9, Reed Stemler. USC is going to have to go on attack here. With 6:07 remaining, that ball goes down to Tom McGuire. McGuire back around up to Waldock, and he hits. There it is.
Josh Waldock.
Waldock takes the assist from number 13, Tom McGuire. Skips that one in, hits off that 3-post. Brings USC within 1 here, 4-3 in the second period. 6 minutes exactly remaining here in the first half.
Exactly 6 minutes left here in the
Ball comes around over to number 9, Christopher Arkelian. Arkelian taking the pressure is Guernsey Ordinary against Carson Krantz. Goes down inside. Woo, that ball gets popped up in the air. Nice steal there for number 9, Tony Nardelli. Looking for the outlet from Blake Jackson. Jackson goes wide to number 13, Tom McGuire. McGuire gets on the legs over to Luka Brenchik. McGuire stepping back and forth here, playing pass between the 3 and the 4 position. Goalie swims out to the 6 meter. Nathan Tauscher says, sees the opportunity, wants a stat line other than just blocks, so mark him down for a steal. How about that? Gage Vertigal comes through to number 9, Christopher Arkelian. Inside, that ball loose in front of the cage and will go to USC. Jackson looking on the outlet. Up to number 13, Tom McGuire. McGuire finds 16, Josh Waldock. Waldock getting around, being hooked up, and that's going to be a push-off, and we'll send it back to Academy. Contra foul indicated there against number 16, Waldock, and that will send the ball forward up to Gage Vertigal's hand. That ball comes into number 17, Reed Pantaleon. Inside, oh my goodness, that's a 5 meter penalty earned by number 18, Andrew Vangren. Assigned, I believe that was 13 on the penalty. Number 4, Dan Natsakanian was going to line up to finish here on the 5 meter on a Saturday evening from Huntington Beach, and he skips that up into the top right-hand corner.
With his second goal.
Ball goes over to number 3, Aiden Watson. Watson goes down line to Marcus Longton. Longton rips it. Longton off the assist from Aiden Watson. Drives through, drops to that left hand, just gets up and muscles it underneath, right underneath the arm of Nathan Tauscher. Ben Larson. Over to Ryder Dodd. Dangerous Dodd from 1, sends it over to 15. Caleb Francisco. Francisco looking, sends it wide over to number 18, Andrew Van Gren. Van Gren goes back to Francisco. Francisco will dump with 2 seconds remaining on the shot clock. On the 2, Blake Jackson. Ball comes over to number 4, Jake Carter. Carter over to number 9, Stemler. Stemler back to Carter. Carter getting on the legs. Finds Marcus Longton. Longton downside, down onto this 4-5 side to number 14, Brenchek. And there's a shot missing wide to the right by number 4, Jake Carter. That ball, counter ball comes in to Tauscher. Tauscher looking, surveying. Tauscher on the outlet, up to Natsakanian. Nope, scratch that. That's 14, Evan Ausmus. Sorry, I just saw the 4 on the cap. That ball comes around. Over to number 18, Van Gren. Stepping forward, Francisco over to a capless Ryder Dodd. Comes in, ball under. Turnover for Evan Ausmus as he took the drive. The pressure was too much as he came through. That big long outlet from Jackson up to Longton, and Tauscher goes one on goalie, and goalie takes the dub. Tauscher looking on the outlet up to number 7, Ben Larson. Larson over to number 15, Caleb Francisco. Francisco looking nice little redirect, and that will be an ordinary for Dodd. Kicked out to Ben Larson. And back around up to Caleb Francisco as they set, and a nice field block there by number 10, Marcus Longton. Watson chases that ball down, delivers it to Jackson, keeping the goalie from a swing. Longton goes back to Aiden Watson. Watson goes back around up to Jake Carter. 2:04 remaining here in the second period. On the outlet up to number 14, Evan Ausmus. Ausmus inside, and it's knocked down by, just playing volleyball there in front of the cage. That ball up to Blake Jackson. Double save there for Jackson. Great stuff. Jackson looking for the outlet, sending it forward up to number 14, Luka Brenchek. Ball stuffed there, Max Miller stuffed in return, back to Nathan Tauscher. It's gonna be 2 meter on the restart. Ball comes back to number 14, Luka Brenchek. Ball over to number 10, Marcus Longton. Longton off the crossbar and out of bounds. It's gonna be Academy ball. Here comes number 15, Caleb Francisco, and that will be a 5 meter. On cap number 4, Jake Carter.
That was Evan Ausmus. Guard cap number 14, drawing the penalty.
We're looking for a cap here.
Who's drawn 2 penalties. We'll take this one drawn by Evan Ausmus.
Dodd hits, bottom left-hand corner, 6-4 Academy. Great motion here by Dodd. Up, powerful, just underneath the arm. As he's coming up, ball's going down. It's a great recipe to score 5 meter.
Dodd's goal gives USA Academy a 6-4 lead with 50 seconds left here in the first period.
50 seconds remaining in the first period. Checking into the game, number 17, Reed Pantaleon. Roni letting me know that Dan Natsakanian and Christopher Arkelian are cousins. Jack Spitzer shouting out number 19, Tony Nardelli, with the Yankees logo on his YouTube avatar. How about that? That ball comes around over to number 16, Josh Waldock. Stepping in to Jake Carter. Back around. Sides are even here with 29 seconds remaining in the first half. That ball is tapped by Dodd. Tauscher waits for the counter ball to come in, looking for an opportunity. Number 14, Evan Ausmus, with a great acceleration, gets down there. Tauscher delivers a dime down to him on that, inside that 2 meter, moving that line of scrimmage. And the ball comes around over to Dodd. Dodd back over to number 17, Reed Pantaleon, and will be a push-off foul, contra foul, which will send the ball back to USC. USC down by 2 here with 4:32 seconds. Ooh. Too close for comfort there as Nate Tauscher uses the force to get that ball out. Thanks for joining us here. We've got a couple other of these awesome water polo tough videos we're gonna throw up here. These are such great image for USA water polo. Getting it loaded up. This one's one of my favorite. Halftime stats. Obviously 6-4. Academy shooting 6. Academy shooting 6 for 14 for 43%. 4 for 15 for 27% to USC. Power play opportunities 1 for 2 and 1 for 4 for USC. So 50% to 25%. Penalties hitting on 4 for 4. 0 penalties for USC. In the middle there, blocks pretty even, 6 to 6. Steals 6 for USC, 4 to Academy. Academy's won both sprints. And exactly even, 4 for 4 on turnovers. Game stats courtesy of 6'8 Sports and the Game Desk crew. Knocking it down. Partners with USA Water Polo. Fantastic stuff. 6'8 Sports founded by Tony Azevedo, who's going to join us on the call tomorrow. Been down at FINA in Peru. We're ready to go here. Second half action. All right, Academy 3 for 3 on the sprints. Ryder Dodd.
3 for 3 on the sprint. The local Huntington Beach High School standout.
Ball comes wide. That goes to USC. Stolen by number 13, Tom McGuire. On the outlet up to number 10, Marcus Longden. Longden looking.
Defended by Evan Osmus. Miller bringing in a drop 4-5.
Longden.
3-4-5 drop.
Ball comes inside, and a backhand attempt is stuffed. Dodd
Looking for the backhand.
comes up with it. Number 6, Jacob Sodatse. Sodatse goes on attack here into transition, looking to create some advantage with Max Miller on his tail. Goes wide to Dodd. Back to Sodatse. Sodatse looking. Ball goes to number 14, Evan Osmus. Osmus goes down line. Big turn coming. Exclusion. Number 10, White, Marcus Longton, earned by Ben Larson. Excellent example of how to increase your overall plus-minus scores. That ball comes through to number 12, Zach Bettineau. Wide to lefty number 12. Bettineau is blocked by number 16, Josh Waldock. Waldock, that block, another fantastic indicator for the plus-minus. USC has 1A in the goal. Eric Hubner for the second half. He played split first and second in their first game against Collegiate earlier today. Number 14, Luca Brendick. Looking over to number 10, Marcus Longton. Longton gets on the legs and fumbles the ball. Picked up. Paying attention. It's going to be ball under. Stays with USC. Good heads-up play there by Max Miller. Miller gets that ball. Sees it. Sprinting number 6, Sturvan inside. Little confusion there in the middle. That ball picked up by Josh Waldock. Waldock over to number 10, Marcus Longton. Longton back to number 12, Max Miller. Miller goes down line to number 13, Tom McGuire. Getting on his legs, looking to shoot and hits. Looks left, goes right. Marcus Longton puts that down. He'll like looking at that later on the stream. Gets up, looks to the left, snakes it and flip with the wrist there to the right off that 3-post. Good stuff there from USC, bringing them within 1 here. 5-6 here in the third period. 5:47 remaining. Thanks for joining us here on a Saturday night from beautiful Huntington Beach. Sun is setting. It's a beautiful 68 degrees. Ball goes over to number 4, Daniel Natsakanian. Natsakanian goes wide to Gage Vertigal. Vertigal Vertigal stepping in with the left. That ball going to be inside the 2 and was picked out of the air by Hubner. So it's going to be USC ball here. USC sends the ball forward up to Aiden Watson. Watson goes down line, looking on the runaway for play to develop here. Finds a rescue with Aiden Watson. Ball goes down along, skips out. finds the waves with 7 seconds remaining here on the shot, looking for something to happen. Going to be ordinary to Josh Waldock, looking to launch that, shoots the ball and blocked.
Academy. Goalie Riley Clanson coming into the second half with the two-handed save.
Riley Clanson in the cage for second half for Academy. That's going to be an exclusion. Number 14, White, Luka Brenchik, and timeout called by Academy. Academy on 6-on-5 here. 4:33. They've got 8-7-6-5. Inside on the redirect. Oh, close. Brought down by number 7, Carson Krantz. On the attempt by number 8, Peter Castillo. Hubner with the ball. Back up to number 14, Luka Brenchik. Brenchik. Wide to number 6, Storvant. Storvant stepping back around. Nice cross-face pass handled by Tom McGuire. One more down line. And a goal shot by number 3, Aiden Watson. Bounce off the front of the goal. Going to get a fresh shot here at number 16, Josh Waldock. Back around to McGuire. McGuire goes down line. McGuire finds number 14, Luka Brenchik. Shot or attempted assist, and that's going to turn over on time. Back to number 9, Christopher Arkelian, who gets that and sends it in to Riley Clanson. Ball comes over to number 5, Greg Vertigal. Gage, excuse me, not Greg. Natsakanian comes forward. Nice live center entry by Natsakanian. That ball is an exclusion earned by number 8, Peter Castillo. Sends number 13, Tom McGuire, over to the box. Academy up on 6-on-5. Ball comes over wide to lefty. Gage vertical. And a goal by number 8, Peter Castillo. Beautiful. Beautiful inside pass, just a beautiful redirect in there.
Castillo connection.
Great work there by our crew to catch that angle.
Looks like both guys, Newport Harbor Sailors.
Academy goes up 7-5 over USC here in the third. 3:04 remaining. Ball back to number 9, Reed Stemler. Stemler finds Carson Krantz trying to get around the corner. Being guarded by Zach Bentonot. To number 4, Jake Carter. Carter goes one more. Inside to number 12, Max Miller. Up and shot. Ooh, that's going to be a 2-meter. Last second shot earns another 30 seconds. Nice block by number 13, Riley Clanson. Deep pass, gonna chase that down back to number 10, Marcus Longton. That's gonna be an ordinary on number 12, Zach Betno. Picked up by Aglioso. Number 4, Jake Carter. Carter gets on his legs. Woo! That is blocked. Down the 405, picked back up, ready to go. Here comes number 7, Carson Krantz. Krantz out to number 10, Marcus Longton. Longton to Krantz. Steps forward on the legs, knocked down, the entry pass knocked down by number 11, Ryder Dodd. On the outlet, here comes number 12, Zach Betno. Betno been pressed out, Dodd. Contra foul there by number 3, Carter Loth. Will send it back to USC. Here comes number 7, Carson Krantz. Nice steal there by Ryder Dodd. Dodd looks great. On the outlet, coming forward here. Long release down to number 14, Evan Ausmus. Ausmus finds Dodd into center. Ooh, over the top there. Number 3, Carter Loth. Trying to get untangled there out of center as Hubner looking for the outlet. To number 10, Marcus Longton. Longton finds Reed Stemler. Stemler up to number 7, Carson Krantz. Earned exclusion away from the ball. That's number 12, Zach Betno going, number 7, Ben Larson going to the box. Ooh, nice save there. Back onto the legs by Riley Clanson. Gets back on the legs after a lunging right-handed save. That ball comes over to number 2, Aglioso. One more to Carson Krantz. Krantz gets on the legs. One more to go. Shooting and finding the back of the net. Number 10, Marcus Longton. Finishes, converts on the 6-on-5. The second, so they'll be 2 for 6 on 6-on-5 here on the penalty conversions for USC. Pretty even game if you look at the stats. We'll throw it up at the end of this third period. These two teams are battling, and these stats are telling a story. We're going to throw up this little message featuring Jesse Smith here. But then we've got, we'll do some stat review right after this. If you want to see an even stat line, how about this? We've got 6-7 USC Academy. You can see where the advantage is depending on which side has more of that. 2 for 5, 2 for 5 on power play, both sides USC Academy. Penalties, all Academy, hitting 4 for 4. Blocks, 9-10. Steals, 6-8. one clear advantage. Ryder Dodd in the sprint, All-American swimmer here, winning the sprint battle. Offensives, unfortunately, will go to Academy on that side, and turnovers 7 and 8. Great stuff there by our 6'8 game desk. You can follow that along, see it by yourself there, by going to 6'8 scores. Got great stuff here. You can see the box score, where you get the individual breakdown. You can kind of get an idea there. Christopher Aglioso going at a plus 1.8. The power impact players for Marcus Longden for USC. If we scroll all the way down to Academy, we can see impact coming from Jake Sardatze at plus 3.5. Ryder Dodd, of course, at 4.6 with 2 goals. 3 steals, 1 earned exclusion, and 1 block. Great all-around player. We're back here now for fourth quarter action. We're underway from Huntington Beach. There it is. Dodd gets it again. 4 for 4. My home team. Everyone gets Wendy's for that. That's going to be an exclusion, earned exclusion there. Sends number 6, Christopher Sturban, to the box, earned by Ryder Dodd. That plus minus still going to continue to grow. Ooh, nice steal. Great effort there by number 16, Josh Waldock.
Josh Waldock with the steal from the X3.
Another shout out in the chat from Katie for number 19, Tony Nardelli. We'll give him where we got him. If you're out there watching, love to know where you're watching from. It's fun to talk to you. Are you here local, or are you watching somewhere across the country? Maybe the world. Ryder Dodd picks it up. That's exactly what we're trying to do with this National League, is to highlight some of the high-level water polo, give these fantastic athletes an opportunity to get some league play in. Great stuff coming in the future here. Here comes Ryder Dodd. Ryder Dodd comes in. That's going to be an exclusion, sending number 6, Sturban, to the box, earned there by number 7, Ben Larson. That ball comes around back to Dodd as the Academy goes into 6-on-5. Zach Bentno stepping, shooting, and skipping that ball high over the cage. 6:50 remaining here in the fourth period. Eric Kubner looking for the outlet. Good close game here from Huntington Beach. Number 7, Carson Krantz. Down to number 10, Marcus Longden. Longden goes one more. Longden playing pass down with number 3, Aiden Watson. Shot clock winding down with 5-4. That's going to be an exclusion with a grab from behind. Number 12, Zach Bentno. That's earned by number 16, Josh Waldock, and comes around. Here comes Carson Krantz starting up the USC power play opportunity. Looking to come even here with Academy with 6:10 remaining. This ball comes in to number 3, Aiden Watson. Stepping in. Oh, what a pass. Number 16, Joshua Waldock, into number 12, Max Miller. What an angle here. Great work there. Puts it in right on the post. Inside dunk.
We're all tied up.
Water polo father shouting out Academy here. Go Academy. Big outlet. Down to number 5, Gage Vertigal. The lights are on. The sun is setting. Starting to get some good light here for you. Watching from Mountain View, California, Katie. I got you. That's an ordinary from number 5, Gage Vertigal. Vertigal looking, sends it over to number 9, Christopher Arkelian. Shot, ooh, field block. And a tangle underneath. Number 9, Reed Stemler. Sure, they're just exchanging phone numbers under the water there saying, hey, call me later. Let's go hang out. Ball to number 1A, Eric Hubner. Aiden Watson looking down to Luka Brenchek into Tom McGuire. McGuire going deep, moving that line of scrimmage, sneaks back outside that 2 meter. Ball comes round to Luka Brenchek. Woo! He sneaks one in from distance. Lights it up from the 6 meter. USC goes up 8-7.
5:06 left here in the game.
And USC here in this fourth quarter, it's their first lead of the game. Ordinary foul there, number 9, Christopher Arkelian. He is gonna tangle. Stays with Academy. Arkelian down to number 5, Gage Vertigal. He's gonna be asked to bring that ball back outside the 2. Puts the ball in play, sends it over to number 18, Andrew Vangren. Vangren finds Arkelian, stepping forward with that right hand, back to number 5, Gage Vertical. Tries to sneak it around the blocker, funnels it right into Hubner. Just has to put his hands down and say, I'll take that. Looking for an outlet on the release here for USC. Hubner sends it down the 4-5 side to number 10, Marcus Longton. Longton into Tom McGuire. McGuire gets in, working, tries, let's go. Takes that an ordinary 2-1 seconds off the crossbar. Ball is still live, and it's going to stay with USC. Shot clock resets to 20, playing the international rules here. Number 16, Joshua Waldock. On that second possession, off a shot. Comes through up to number 16, Josh Waldock. Sides are even, but a field block by number 4, Daniel Natsakanian. Ball stays with USC. A third possession on this time down in the front court for USC. Ball goes out to number 10, Marcus Longton. Longton finds Jake Carter. Carter gets on the legs into center, trying to make some magic, and that sky is up over the top off the shot by Luka Brenchek. What a defensive stand by Academy, fending off 3 possessions. A solid 90 seconds of defense. That will keep the legs going. Hands are up, no foul. It's going to be USC ball. Hubner, timeout called here in Huntington Beach. My goodness. We got a finish coming up here. I can feel it. Thanks for joining us. If you are just joining us, we got our numbers are growing here. We are live from Oceanview High School in Huntington Beach, California. My name's Sean Stringham with USA Water Polo and Game On Live Studio here, broadcasting, live streaming all of these National League games this weekend and the weekends to come. We can't hardly wait. It's great stuff coming up next after this exciting finish. USC and Academy battling back and forth in a 1-goal contest. We have O Club and NYAC coming up. You know, names like Alex Obert, Jesse Smith, Alex Rosa for NYAC, and for O Club, Johnny Hooper, Luca Cupido. You know, I think they know how to play some water polo. How about that? The Olympians coming to play here in our Saturday night thriller. Well, let's get through the next 3 minutes and 15 seconds here, and we will keep it live. All right, we're back underway here. Tom McGuire.
Drives into the 3 post defended by Ariente.
Comes through to number 4, Jake Carter. Carter goes up to Christopher Sturvant. Sturvant looking inside, trying to drive through. Gets under his legs. Marcus Longton, leading plus-minus athlete here for USC. Ooh, shot recovered. Long rebound taken by number 8, Peter Castillo.
Off of the Southern California timeout.
Number 6, Jacob Sodatse. That ball comes into center and skips forward, out, picked off by Eric Hubner. Hubner looking for the long outlet. Hubner up to Longton, excuse me. Longton puts the ball in play, finds number 16, Josh Waldock. Waldock looking, threatening on the direct.
McGuire back into the 3 post.
Comes in, find the lob, and just replay that lob defense by keeper number 13, Riley Clanson. That was phenomenal. Shot knocked down by Hubner. Up to number 14 with 1:38 remaining. Academy looking to get this ball back and bring it back even. Here comes number 3, Aiden Watson. Watson over to Tom McGuire. McGuire getting up on the legs, shooting, knocked down by Riley Clanson. Clanson, beautiful form there, calling for a release, looking for the Academy guys to find an advantage. Here comes Peter Castillo, sends it wide to number 14, Evan Ausmus. Ausmus separates over to Ryder Dodd. Dodd down line to Sodatse, getting on his legs, back to Dodd. Ryder Dodd with a lob. Lob defense here by our goalies is outstanding. Eric Hubner looking for the outlet up to Christopher Sturvet. He finds the cross, finds number 4, and the ball finds the back of the net. Jake Carter puts it away on the assist from number 6, Christopher Sturvant. Timeout called by the Academy. Be right back. We've got 43 seconds. They need a quick one, a steal, and another quick one here. Down by 2. Exciting conclusion here in Huntington Beach. Ball comes wide to number 9, Christopher Arkelian. Arkelian coming through, trying to get, and that ball is swarmed, but there it is, pops out. It's gonna go USC ball though. Here we go, they're just gonna spread 27 seconds on that shot clock. They don't have to do anything but keep possession. Ball goes wide down to Aiden Watson. Watson back up to Josh Waldock. Waldock taking, saying, my arm's just longer than yours. takes the ordinary. Puts the ball in play. And that will be the end of a great game here. USC 9, Academy 7. Coming up next, we are going to have NYAC, New York Athletic Club, and the Olympic Club. We're going to reset and get ready to go here. That game is scheduled to start at 6:10, 7 minutes from now. Hang tight. We will be back. All right, we'd like to welcome everyone, and would like to welcome Greg Meskel here on the mic with us. Greg, thanks for joining us on the play-by-play for this.
Hey, happy to be here.
Turn it over to you here.
Thanks, man. Appreciate you joining us here, everyone. Thanks for joining us, National League Week 1, Day 1, and we have a thrill for you here. Olympic Club taking on New York Athletic Club. A lot of names you know. Olympians, NCAA champs, national teamers, some of the best in the game. And we're going through the opening lineups right now, getting a good look at each of these rosters. We'll have the Olympic Club in the dark caps, New York Athletic Club in the white. Sean, let's just talk about some of the guys that we'll see here tonight. We'll start first with the Olympic Club. Paul Reynolds, if you follow the National League, the former UCLA Bruin, is one of the most fun guys to watch in this competition, can score the ball from seemingly anywhere. A couple Olympians on this Olympic Club roster as well. We saw Luca Cupido out here. Jackson Kimball trained with Team USA for many years and has competed around the globe. Zach Monsey is no stranger to international water polo as well. So we'll touch on a lot of those guys as we proceed during this matchup. And then across the way at the New York Athletic Club, they've got Alex Obert coming off of his second Olympic Games with Team USA. The veteran Jesse Smith, a 5-time Olympian, a legend in American water polo. Alex Rolsa, the Rio Olympian. Ryder Roberts, the lefty standout out of UCLA. Greg Enlow capping up this weekend as well for the New York Athletic Club. They've got John Mann, the 2-time Olympian, as the assistant coach. Scott Schulte, their head man. And we should tell you about the Olympic Club's head coach as well, as they have a variety of members on their coaching staff. We know Brian Flack's busy this week with Team USA, but Thomas Agramani, Jack Rover, Zach Monsey's also acting kind of a player-coach role. So should be a good one here. Great final day of the first day of National League. Don't forget, you can follow along. Live stats available via 68 Sports at 68scores.com. And, of course, all the matches that we're covering today and tomorrow throughout the entire National League, they're available video on demand on the USA Water Polo YouTube page. So, Sean, I got to ask you as we get ready for this one, what excites you when you think about NYAC O Club?
Are you kidding me? We're like watching the Olympians and the ex-NCAA 2A guys, right?
Yeah.
I mean, coming off of an Olympics, I was just going to ask you, are these guys excited to come out and get an opportunity to play in a National League game,
Oh, there's
right?
no doubt about it. I think talking to a few of them here just on the pool deck, first of all, you can see how much they enjoy playing with each other. Now, they have common bonds among college, national team, but this is a different sort of competition for them where they get to put some of those things aside and get a chance to compete together. Guys that were rivals at Cal and Stanford, if you think about the Olympic Club, went head-to-head for so many years. This New York Athletic Club has taken shape with a bit of a UCLA flair to it, but some other athletes there as well. So I think it's fun for them to be able to join forces, and they both have such admiration for those clubs that host these teams in New York and the Olympic Club based out of San Francisco.
And, I mean, you have to be an Olympian to join the Olympic Club, or how does that work?
It's not exactly that cut and dry, although there are a fair share of Olympians.
It seems like it's a pretty nice way to get a membership, right?
You would think that doesn't hurt. It's certainly in the name for some folks, but it seems to definitely have a tie to the Bay Area.
Right.
If you are from that area, if you played at Cal, if you played at Stanford, that's not a hard and fast rule, but it certainly seems to be the type of athlete that they recruit. Conversely, New York Athletic Club, diverse, doesn't matter where you're from, but it does tend to be athletes that have played at the very highest level, that multi-time Olympian, and it just depends on the time of year, too, to who's available for these squads. They have very deep player pools, and they call on them for different events throughout the year. So you'll see different levels of a NYAC or an O-Club squad at a Spin Lob Classic in Austin, at a Desert Duel in Arizona, depending on the event.
Yeah. Well, we're here underway for our nightcap on a Saturday night in Huntington Beach. It's a beautiful night. The sun is set at 67 degrees. Shorts and hoodies are the measure of the day. It's a perfect day for water polo.
That's the SoCal winter costume right there, Sean. Hoodies and shorts. You hit a nail on the head. And we'll get our opening sprint underway here momentarily. Looks like Paul Reynolds will be going for the Olympic Club against Ryder Roberts. So you have a couple of Bruins. They've probably done this once or twice in practice up in Westwood.
I was going to say. If you haven't already, check out 68scores.com. Our friends right next to us here are going to be live statting the game on Game Desk. We'll show some of those stats as we get through, but we'll turn the play-by-play over here to the one and only Greg Meskel.
I appreciate it, Sean.
My pleasure.
The 68 Sports experience has been a great one so far. So thrilled to be able to partner with Maggie Steffens, Tony Azevedo and company, and the experience in the game desk has been fantastic for those following throughout the action today. And also, if you've been keeping an eye on Team USA down in Lima, Peru, you've been able to follow along with all the action there. Shout out to the USA men. They punch a ticket to the gold medal game tomorrow in Peru. They'll take on Australia in the final. As we're underway here, New York Athletic Club controlling the Whitecaps, and that entry in tipped away. And we'll see the ball back to the Olympic Club, and we'll see John Sibley, the former Cal Bear, controlling. O Club now will push ahead. Here's Colin Mulcahy. Again, heavy Cal presence. Reynolds. Mulcahy now out high, top of the perimeter. Here's Jackson Kimball, the former Stanford Cardinal. He'll give a look, work to Capito as each side settles in. What is going to be a battle here for 4 quarters in Huntington Beach. Shot clock about to expire. Kimball's turn, and that is high, up and away, as Chris Whiteleg can let it go.
Well, and you can tell as these athletes are getting started, both kind of working through the, maybe through the jitters, if they could call it that, just trying to find their rhythm here in the front court on both sides.
Well, these guys know each other so well, too. I think there's a bit of how physical are they going to start on both sides, and then you're always getting a sense
of the referees.
The referees, you know, coaching at every level, right?
Yeah.
how are the refs going to call a certain matchup?
Alex Obert in set.
NYAC takes a look. Here's Lucas Gielam. He'll work out to Rade Yaksimovic, the Bucknell star. Entry into Obert. Double team comes. 2 Olympic Club athletes converge. That's Jackson Kimball on the scene. He'll deal back to Sibley. And Olympic Club will take a look. So a scoreless start here, opening minute and a half, give or take, in this first quarter. Live from Oceanview High School. Sean Stringham, Greg Meskel joining you here. Game on Live Studios, USA Water Polo collaboration. That shot high over the net from Mulcahy.
Field block by Ryder Roberts.
And I like seeing USA Water Polo is doing such a great job of putting on a show here. I mean, I think that's really what we're trying to do is build the league and give these guys a place to play, right?
No doubt about it, and a chance to really get back to it.
Right.
You think about the whole COVID pause and no National League last year. We only got a weekend in 2020, so to be back to it here in 2022 is a lot of guys that really were missing this activity. Ooh. There's a good stop as the turn inside from Obert is denied by Sibley. And to your point, trying to build that fan base, reignite a passion for high-level water polo, especially for the post-college athlete.
Right.
Cal Berkeley.
Here's Mulcahy. Now works to Capito, a couple of Cal Bears. And if you enjoyed Cal water polo over the last 10 years, you're enjoying the roster here for the Olympic Club. It is dotted with a whole host of Bears. Skip shot controlled by Whiteleg as Capito left fly from the outside. See Cal coach Kirk Everest in the house here, keeping an eye on the action.
Well, and the Cal Bears winning the national championship, which you called that game. What a thriller there at the end for that.
Well, that was a fantastic finish in Los Angeles, and a huge win for Cal, their first title since 2016. There's a rocket from the outside from Gielan, knocked away by Sibley. Ready for the stop. It'll come back in 2 meters. 5:15 to play here, first quarter. And we are still scoreless. And this has that early tempo of a very important game. You think about what you just described, the NCAA final, where it's kind of a real slog through the first couple of quarters as everyone figures out what to do, putting a priority on defense.
And how will they advance through the league? Obviously, they play everyone and end up in the Fisher Cup, right?
Exactly. And so we'll have a regular season champion crowned after week 3, which will come in early April at the Willett Aquatic Center in Irvine. And from there, teams will advance onto the Fisher Cup. We'll also see the winner of our club division punch a ticket to the Fisher Cup, and then other clubs get an opportunity to register. So the true National League champ is crowned after week 3, and then you have an opportunity at Fisher Cup to see a whole host of quality club water polo, championship division, club division, and other invitees. And Alex Rolsa rips it from the outside, a rope for the Bruin. And we're on the board, so only a matter of time, Sean.
Oh, there you go.
1-0, and Alex Rolsa from the Netherlands, but ties to the U.S., and of course capped up for Team USA at the 2016 games, and it's part of that great run at UCLA where they built a team that won essentially 3 titles in about 4 years.
And how much are these guys training to get ready for National League preparations after 2.5 years off, really?
Well, it's across the board. You have guys that have been playing abroad, guys that are coming off national team activity.
Right.
For some guys, this is their opportunity to play high-level water polo.
Right.
They've started their professional careers. They're still swimming a lot. And this gives them a chance to have that competitive outlet for a few months early in the year. We'll see an exclusion now, our first power play.
First power play of the day. Yep.
That will send off NYAC for 20 seconds. The exclusion there goes on Gielan, and a power play now for the Olympic Club. Here's Reynolds moving in, nothing there, and the cross cage attempt denied, turned back, it's out of play. The ball will go back to the New York Athletic Club. Sides come even. Here's Chris Whiteleg, is capped up for Team USA at the World University Games level. Gielan now pushing ahead, and he'll give off to Rolsa. So a man look here early on from Olympic Club defensively, bodying up, looking to push the New York Athletic Club a long way from the cage.
Looking at the stats, defensive first few minutes, just steals and blocks are are the order of the day here.
Yeah, nothing coming easy on either side. You saw the one goal from Rolsa. That was a nice shot. Otherwise, it's been a battle, even the 6-on-5 try. Here's Roberts now after the restart, inbounding at 2 meters, and we're under 3.5 to play. First quarter, again, 1-0 the lead for New York. And we'll see a whistle off the ball. That'll be an exclusion. And a power play. That's Gielan drawing the 6-on-5 chance. Here's the power play for New York. Let's see where they go on the edge. Outside and controlled, tipped out. And so simply knocking that one away. And we'll be back in a 2 meter. So extended offense here on this trip down for the New York Athletic Club, as it's not a replay. This is Ryder Roberts again putting us in play from 2 meters. But first they'll go track down.
Butterball sent in on the counter.
Yeah.
On the 2 meter.
You can always tell.
Find the good ball.
They give a quick look at it and say, what is this?
What is this?
How did this get in the pool? Skip shot high and away.
If there's anything that's universal, is the athletes will always look for the best ball, for sure.
That is across all sports, right? Anything you've played, they know. Olympic Club now looking to counter. They'll slow things down as Monsees pushes ahead. Here's Reynolds. Capito, and now Monsees. Capito, top of the perimeter. Reynolds lets fly. That's off the bar and away. And we'll head the other direction. So Olympic Club yet to get on track offensively here. Not that New York has been lighting it up.
Right.
A slow start on both sides. 2.5 to play. This is typically that marquee matchup, though, when you're talking about the National League or really any tournament. If you can get these two clubs together, it is a classic rivalry in the water polo world. Rolsa, that one is seen all the way in from Sibley.
Blocked by Sibley.
And out the counter. Here's Monsees. Capito. Nothing there. He'll work to Reynolds. Capito takes a look, picked up by Cornelia, who's come on. That pass gets away. And that one is off the end, and we'll turn things over. And we should add, this is the first game of the first weekend of the National League. And so if you're watching this first quarter and saying, these guys maybe aren't totally in sync, they are still finding their groove together. You imagine by the time we get to the third and fourth quarter, things will be a little bit sharper here. Rolsa now. He'll pop that inside. Good turn and hit.
Goal assisted by Rolsa.
Score it for New York.
NYAC up 2-0.
That's a 2-0 lead. So Lucas Gielan inside. Takes the catch, spins, and connects. And the early edge for the New York-based squad. Again, don't forget, you can follow along live stats of all these matches throughout the entire 2022 National League. Head over to 68scores.com. So after the goal, we'll get some changes. As both sides get into their benches a bit. Now we'll resume play. Here's Jackson Kimball out of Long Beach. Dad Doug, a standout for Team USA in the 80s and early 90s. Now he'll control here. Works to Stapleton. Greg Enlow on, defending at 2 meters. Here's Monsees. And we'll see an offensive, a contra foul. That's off the ball, physical play in at 2 meters. They'll turn the ball back over to Whiteleg, and he'll look to launch the counter for New York.
the defense is just staggering on both sides. Like, they are just hanging and wrestling with each other, trying to establish that.
Travisano. It's definitely not a freewheeling end-to-end game just yet.
We're
Here's
not
Smith.
running any fast breaks right at the moment.
Not at all. Smith now fills the lane, and before he can let fly, we'll see an exclusion. New York to answer. Monster field block. Well done inside. Vasily Savaris knocking that one out, and then on the way down, as it so often happens, an exclusion in transition. Then we'll see a 6-on-5 for Olympic Club. They will call for time with a chance to set things up here on the 6-on-5. Looking for their first goal in this one. Good defense there from Olympic Club to turn away the 6-on-5 try for New York. All about the field block. Now, if you're following along on 68scores.com, keep in mind blocks are accumulated for all athletes, but if we're talking about goalkeepers, those are, of course, saves. So you'll see blocks listed for every player on the roster. For non-goalies, field blocks. And for those in the cage, blocks, a.k.a. saves. Week 1, don't forget, we're back. More action tomorrow. 5 great games on the way right here in Oceanview High School. If you're in the area, free admission here in Huntington Beach. Come out and enjoy 1, 2, 3, 5 games, whatever you like. You can also, of course, follow along right here on USA Water Polo's YouTube page with Game On Live streaming. And, of course, the 6-8 Game Desk providing all the stats. As we're out of the timeout, into the 6-on-5 now for the Olympic Club. Here's Connor Stapleton out to Capito. Up on his legs. Good lob inside. Excellent save. White leg turns it away with the left arm, and they kill off the power play. So, as you said, Sean, defense really strong to start.
It'll be interesting to watch these just light up here as we get through. You kind of like you've said, is you're going to feel the energy build throughout. Like you're winding up a spring here. See how it's going to, when it's going to pop with both these teams.
Here's Stephen Loomis. Offensive foul. And so as we get towards the end of this first quarter, now you get a little tempo picking up here. Both sides figuring things out. Here's Jack Grover. Grover takes a look. Timer to 5. Grover's got to go. Shot clock is off. He'll dump it inside. A little too much on that one. It'll be gathered by Whiteleg, and this should be all for the first quarter. So 8 minutes in the books here in Huntington Beach, and a good defensive battle, but it's the New York Athletic Club leading the charge early on there in front. We'll take a timeout and return after this quick break to Oceanview High School for more 2022 National League action.
Which one? Yellow? Yellow. Now blue? No, orange. Now blue. Whew.
Taking a quick look at the stats here. 0 on 6 attempts here, 1 to 6 for NYAC. Just 1 power play opportunity for each, both unsuccessful, no penalties. Blocks being led by O Club. NYAC with 2. Steals go towards Olympic 2-0. And we are going to be, I think we're going to be underway for a fantastic game here as we energy loads here in the second quarter. My name's Sean Stringham with USA Water Polo and Game On Live Studio, joined by legendary Greg Meskel, back from basketball season.
Busy time of year, Sean. Excited to be here in Huntington Beach. Now, I know you coach in Utah?
I do.
Let's put on the Sean Stringham coaching hat. So your team is down 2-0 here. You haven't been able to convert on offense. What do you try and do to get in a groove here to start this quarter?
Well, you want to try to get out and win the sprint and go down and put one in right here and get the momentum in position. Establish into center, maybe establish that center game, because that's going to pay off later with exclusions in the third and fourth period. But definitely want to try to strike early here.
Let's see where Olympic Club goes. Here's Capito, two-time Olympian from Italy at his senior year of high school in Orange County. Started for Newport Harbor. There's a skip shot from the outside. White leg ready again on the Jack Rover try. So good start early for Chris Whiteleg in cage for the New York Athletic Club. And they have a long history of fantastic goalies. Merrill Moses, of course, manning that goal for a number of years. Here's Rade Yaksimovic, a finalist for the Catino Award not long ago for the Bucknell Bison. He'll take a look outside 6. His shot if he wants it on the ordinary and puts it high. So you see with the relatively new rule, the foul outside 6 as opposed to the foul outside 5. It's changed the game a bit. You don't see players playing for that foul at 5 as much. That became just a thing that was constant in water polo. Everyone lurking around 5 meters hoping for a foul.
Nobody wants a set against white cap number 6.
Here's Capito now. Luke is good from 6 and beyond. Entry inside. Whitewater everywhere. 3 caps converge, and Jesse Smith comes over for the takeaway. Jesse Smith, so beloved in his home of Coronado, California, down San Diego way. They had Jesse Smith Day.
When I was looking around to see if Jesse's kids are here watching him. I think that might be the Smith posse right over there in the stands. We'll see.
From the outside, yep, you are correct. And they are a dedicated group. I've watched Jesse play all over the globe. Sibley now looking for the outlet. Now, if you think back to these classic Cal teams, they love to get out and counter, and here we go. In close, and what a save by Whiteleg. He is dialed in to start in this first half. You thought that was easy money for O Club on the break.
Just dancing there on the goal line.
Marin Ballerin turned back.
Flying sub coming over there. Smith out. Looks like that is for 7.
It'll be Alex Rolsa coming on that hockey sub. It's one of those newer rules that's been installed here over the last 3 to 4 years. Again, pressure here from the Olympic Club, and now they'll drop back a bit. With Alex Obert on, there's the respect for the big man down low.
6-on-5 opportunity here for NYAC.
Here's Rolsa. Power play chance. The exclusion there on Colin Mulcahy. Trevisano, left-hander, works out to Roberts. Couple of lefties near side. Roberts, a variety of fakes up on his legs, and finally lets it go, and that one just pulled back. Second effort on the follow, and a denial again. Excellent defensive effort from Sibley, and then Reynolds to help.
That ball's getting closer to go in. 2 possessions where it's just dancing there on the goal line.
Exactly. High-level goalkeeping from John Sibley and Chris Whiteleg on both ends. O Club back on the attack. Here's Jack Rover. Works to Mulcahy. Near side, Reynolds. Reynolds takes a look, dumps it. Nothing there. Shot clock about to expire. They got to go from the outside, deflected. And
it counts it.
That's how the Olympic Club is able to break the seal. A deflection. That's how strong this NYAC defense has been thus far.
Oh, he just got up there and tapped that over.
And those are the frustrating moments for a defense. You think about football, they always say if a receiver gets a hand on a football, they should catch it. And you know, field blockers feel like if they get a fingertip on it, you got to block it because you don't know what's going to happen.
That's right. It could deflect anywhere, and you want to deflect that right down in front of you as opposed to off the back. Speaking of coaching, we're always trying to teach to keep that ball down in front of you and not let it fly around so the goalie gets put at a disadvantage.
And that's what happened to Whiteleg, is he could only watch as that one knuckleballed over his head and in. And so Olympic Club, they'll take it. No apologies on their end. And they're on the board. They trail 2-1. Second quarter, under 5 to play, working towards halftime. Here's Roberts. Works back out. Now Reed Cotterill, the Australian, controlling. Ordinary called, and a little extra on that one from Reynolds. Roberts will take a look. Not high. Here's Gielan. Again, Obert, he's the one missing a cap down there, battling inside against Thomas Carroll. And you can see 3 black caps lurking. That's the respect they have right now as it forces the outside shot. Nothing there. Now O Club can run. Cupido takes a look. Reynolds leaking out. Pass is a little short. Reynolds picks it up. He'll reverse spin inside. This is where Paul Reynolds is dangerous. In close, lob off the bar, and controlled by New York. That is usually a bread and butter moment for the Olympic Club.
I think that the flying sub rule is going to be the saving grace for these trying to get these athletes in and out on a low-scoring affair here.
No, you're exactly right. It definitely keeps the pace going. You think about the initial or original corner subs, it would derail a possession.
Yeah.
Roberts inside, ball under.
Here we go again.
As he has that one taken away, and Cupido quickly on the move. Lucan out, pushing ahead. Here's Carroll. He'll fill the lane. Obert and Stapleton will hang back. So 5-on-5 as now Obert looks to join the defensive end. Nothing there. They'll work out high to Cupido. A few fakes up on his legs. Works to Reynolds. Slides inside. Taken down from behind. Excellent help from Obert. Reynolds fires, and Whiteleg is there.
Huge strength there to take that hit, get back up, and get that shot off.
No doubt about it. Tremendous leg strength. And Reynolds known for his conditioning. Looks like New York had a cap change here. That's Nick Carnelia wearing the 20 cap, listed as 11. So here's Carnelia. Shot clock to 3. Nothing there. He'll hand off, and Yaksimovic lets fly as the shot clock expires. That's controlled by Sibley. It's been a goalie battle here to start. Both keepers have been up to the task.
That tempo continuing just to build. You can feel like they're starting to turn up the speed, going back and forth on getting into the front court. Shots are starting to fly. They're going to start falling here shortly.
Here's Shane Hochschild now. Santa Barbara native. Cupido takes a look away from the ball. Activity and an exclusion, and I think we're going to get something extra.
Yeah.
And we'll have a penalty because New York did not clear out on the initial exclusion call. So to add to that, penalty and a good opportunity now for O Club to level the score. Looks like Paul Reynolds will slide in here for the penalty shot try. And so looks that the initial exclusion was on Carnelia. Now Reynolds will step up to try and tie this game at 2, following the penalty after the exclusion. After that exclusion, and there's a lot of commotion, but you've got to get out of the way, and you especially cannot interfere with the play as it is happening. Both of those things occurred for New York. Easy call for referee Levon Demengian.
And sometimes they let it slide in the 12 and under world when they just don't even know where they are.
Yeah, not so much here. We're teaching at 12 and under.
Yeah.
Here, you know the rules. Here's Reynolds. And the penalty shot, especially in water polo, the percentage is heavily in favor of the shooter. Reynolds 1v1 against Whiteleg. Here we go. Reynolds moving in.
Oh.
Save Whiteleg. How dialed in is Chris Whiteleg right now to start this game?
Keepers are off the hook here at the moment.
On the penalty shot.
And so New York leading in this one. And if you look at what has transpired so far, the way they've played the game defensively, the only goal they've allowed on that deflection, they have to really feel good about their defensive effort.
Whiteleg with 5 blocks. Sibley with 9.
That one ricochets off the post. It'll stay with the Olympic Club. So they can work back again. Hochschild, Stapleton.
Ooh.
That one's wide on the Cupido try. And like head coach Scott Schulte, excellent player in his time in the East. He will put that counter ball back in, and here comes New York. Chase Travisano has come on. A couple of tough lefties on this New York squad. He'll work to Gielan. Entry inside, and before the steal, we'll have an ordinary. As Reed Cotterill working inside. He drew a crowd, including Thomas Carroll. Shot clock to 5, though. New York running low on time and options. And they won't even get a shot off. Wave that off. Offensive foul off the ball as the shot clock was down to 2. We're under 90 seconds left now in this first half. Here's Shane Hochschild. You may have heard of his slightly well-known sister, Paige.
Water polo runs in families, Greg.
There's no doubt about that. He often jokes that, yes, he is Paige's brother. That's what they sometimes call him. But all love for the Hochschild family, and they love the sport of water polo. Paige part of the gold medal effort in Tokyo last summer for Team USA. Here's the advantage now. Reynolds, a variety of fakes. That's field blocked. and controlled. Well done from Travisano. Sides come even, and there's no other way to describe it. New York Athletic Club, a stifling, smothering defensive effort here in this first half.
Incredible stuff.
They have been strong, and here's Rolsa. Less than a minute to play, first half. Shot clock to 14, so still time for New York to operate. Here's
2-1, yeah. Go ahead. 2-1 on a defensive effort through 16 minutes of play, right? I mean, that's just goes to show how long it is. That one gets off the hands a little bit awkwardly.
It does remind you, though, if you think we're talking about NCAA championships, Olympic finals, those games, the blueprint, 7-6,
Right.
6-5,
Yep.
8-7, that's where those games trend. Now, we're not trying to add any extra value that isn't there to this game, but when you have two high-level teams, it's so often how it goes. We'll see where the rest of the contest takes us. But here's Capito now, up on his legs, and an offensive foul. So the physical play picking up as well, as we've seen a couple of contras. And you know the officials with athletes of this caliber, they are very aware of the physical nature. They don't want things to get a little too chippy. Shot clock is off. 5 seconds left here. Last chance for New York. Here's a shot try. It's available. Outside 6. Field block is there. Batted away by Carroll. And that is how this first half comes to a close. The New York Athletic Club leading the Olympic Club 2-1. So these squads will take a much-needed breather. Physical play to start. Defense, the name of the game. We will step aside and return to Oceanview High School after this timeout. You're watching Game On Live Studios and USA Water Polo National League Weekend 1.
Look at some first half stats action here. 2-1 with NYAC with a 1-goal advantage. Shooting 13% NYAC, 6% for Olympic. Greg and I have just been talking on the break here just how much defense is happening. We've had 0 power play conversions. Both have had 3 opportunities. 1 penalty not converted for Olympic. And then on the blocks, 12 blocks. That's Phil blocks coming through there, as well as 8 for NYAC. So it's not that they're not shooting, it's just that it's incredible defense on both sides. Steals 3-1, sprints even here, split. Offensives, 3 steals going to NYAC, 1 to Olympic. Very low turnover ratio as well. I mean, they're taking care of the ball, just getting it hammered. 2-1. We're ready for some second half action. My name's Sean Stringham with Game On Live Studio and USA Water Polo. We're thrilled to be here doing this high level game, joined by Greg Meskel, legend in the United States for water polo, basketball, football. Any other sports, Greg?
Any sport you need done, Sean, just give me a shout. So I don't discriminate. Happy to call them all. Happy to call them all.
That's fantastic.
Fun to be here with you. You're spot on though with the defense, and you have to love the way the goalies have played in this game. It has been so much fun to watch. Chris Whiteleg and John Sibley do their thing, and everyone checking in on the live chat. Great to have you here with us on the USA Water Polo YouTube page as we're back at it here. Third quarter is underway. It's Olympic Club. They are in the black caps. They're moving left to right on your screen. New York Athletic Club in the white. And a good tussle down low. Marin Ballerin, Jesse Smith, and we'll see a penalty on cue. Ballerin surging towards the cage, and he will get an opportunity here for his club to take a 5-meter. Now, Whiteleg was up to the task last time. Let's see where he goes here as O Club turns to Colin Mulcahy. He was a scoring machine during his time in Berkeley for the Cal Bears. And trying to level things here at 2. He does. We're all tied as you hear the PA announcer, Coach Carlson. Crush was his nickname, and he crushed that one into the back of the net. We're tied at 2.
Great motion on that action. Just hits that bottom right on the replay. Great stuff. You know, water polo at night under the lights is pretty cool.
Very nice, very nice. Not too cold here. Again, this is all by Southern California standards. Not too chilly. Nice night out here. Of course, pool's heated. The guys are in the warmest place on the deck right now in the water, but hard to beat here. High-level competition. O Club NYAC under the lights Saturday night in SoCal.
There are worse things to be doing, that's for sure.
There's no doubt about that. And we'll see an exclusion. So a little chippy there, a little extra, according to the official from Capito. He will go off, gives a shrug, and heads to the corner. And as New York will turn to Loomis, and they'll work it around the perimeter. Here's Enlow. Greg Enlow, Central Valley in the house. Now work out high. Entry in, beautiful redirect, up on his legs, over it up high, down hard. New York in front again, 3-2.
We'll see that entire suit come out of the water on that replay. Look at that. Gets up there, gets it, puts the redirect in. Just textbook.
And if you just stumbled upon this live stream and you're not familiar with water polo, no, he can't touch the bottom. So that was his leg strength here. Boosting out of the water. Exactly, water polo tough. Able to hit, and Alex Obert has done it at the highest levels here. And if you're wondering, a 2-meter man often loses their cap. Clearly Obert did. He started as number 2. He's wearing number 16 now if you're scoring at home. But has played with some of the top club teams abroad in Europe. Of course, with Team USA. And now it's Capito drawing an exclusion on this end. So he was excluded down on the defensive side and now able to return the favor and giving the O Club a 6-on-5 advantage. Kick out there on Loomis. Power play here. Ooh. And that's a field block. Well done. Those are not the sexy highlight stats, field blocks, but they make a difference.
If you ask my athletes what's the most important thing, like if you win the field block world, you are going to win a game. Like that is the number one. That is the number one stat that we look at.
You make your field blocks, you convert your 6-on-5, you're probably going to be a pretty successful team. And an offensive on this end. So nothing doing, and now Sibley will look to captain the offense here. He'll push ahead to Capito. Here's Luca. Pushing to Reynolds. A little bobble, regathers. Now Grover. Grover moving in, big fake, not there. Mulcahy, high in his legs.
Wow.
A rocket from Colin Mulcahy. Offense is picking up now.
There we go.
We're level at 3.
Second goal the evening gives.
What a shot. Sidewinder just snaking it up in that top right-hand corner.
And that is so tough. Even as good as these goalies have been, you get a guy like that that can go up high in his legs and then change that arm angle. Very difficult to pick up in cage.
Just like in pitching, right? They move that arm angle around just to give the batter or the goalie an opportunity to have to redirect when that ball's going 42 miles an hour, right? So
you just think about the guy coming out of the bullpen in baseball and trying to figure out, okay, where is this arm action? Where's the release?
Right.
And it is a timing play. So we're even here, 3-3. Don't forget, if you're looking to keep an eye on the stats, you can head over to 68scores.com, tap into the 6-8 game desk, courtesy of 6-8 Sports, doing a great job keeping us updated throughout the National League here in 2022. Don't forget, we're back with more action tomorrow morning right here on the USA Water Polo YouTube page. We'll have 5 great games on the way from right here at Oceanview High School in Huntington Beach. Ryder Roberts, lefty, goes inside. Here's Obert, the quick turn, and Sibley able to close off that near side post. And Obert knows, he has that imaginary clock in his head. The entry comes in, he's got to go in a hurry. He did, just coming up short.
That offense picking up, but defense is still playing here, especially on those goalies, keeping that cage closed down on plays like that. Stapleton
now. A few fakes on the cross pass, and that's wide of the goal on the Mulcahy attempt. 5.5 to go. This is third quarter action. Great day of game, started off earlier. Nice win for Riptide. They picked up the win to get us started this morning. Rolsa now in transition, turns, and he draws the exclusion. Alex Rolsa working inside. We'll get a timeout to follow as he's able to draw the kick out on Marin Ballerin. And then Coach Scott Schulte will call for time and bring his crew together. So as they take a breather, we will as well. We'll come back after this quick timeout. We've got a 6-on-5 on the way for New York. And we're back to live action now. Out of the timeout, here's New York on the 6-on-5. Roberts now. They swing it around top of the perimeter. Gielan here's it near side. Nothing there for Styling, the former UC San Diego Triton. And we'll see a 6-on-4 now. So a little extra. A second exclusion. O Club's got to send someone off. Who is it? They figure it out. And in the meantime, New York slams it in. Coming in close. Lucas Gielan able to just hammer that ball.
Look how high number 10 is up out of that water on that block. That is just so impressive to get up and just telling the team, I do not want that ball going in on a 6-on-4. That's great stuff on the defense, but great goal there by NYAC.
And it's funny with the 6-on-4, we talk about this from time to time. You think those are easier, right? The bigger advantage you have, it should be simpler, but teams don't get to see it a ton.
Yeah.
The defense usually packs that goal. You have field players throwing up one hand. Sometimes it's not as simple as it looks.
Yeah, you don't practice it a ton, right? You're just looking at an opportunities like you get excited. It's like more times than not, I feel like sometimes it goes the other direction.
Yeah, the pressure builds. You should be scoring, and if you don't, it's a bad look. As we're on this end, that's a good look. Pretty stuff from Marin Ballerin, able to cash in. Quick answer for Olympic Club.
Ties it up. Less than 10 seconds later.
Turns, puts it in.
They weren't doing that in the first half.
No.
Now they're responding on offense.
Right.
Good look there at the replay from our crew, giving an idea of exactly what transpired right in front of the cage.
Just a wrestling match there in the center a lot of the time. Obviously, the underwater action's just as exciting as what's above the water.
Sometimes even more exciting.
Yes, yeah.
Tipped away. Close steal. And they call an ordinary. So they'll keep possession with Carnelia and New York and now pour it inside. This will be just an ordinary again as New York went in to Reed Cotterill. Gielan gets himself live, and that one is stopped. But they'll say he was inside 6 on the restart anyway, and so that shot wouldn't have counted. Then to add to the problems, an exclusion in transition that will go against Cotterill. And now a power play. Good look from behind, penalty. Easy call as the arm was dragged down. Travisano came across.
Classic imminent goal, ball in hand, coming from behind. Can't miss that call.
Easy call there. So we see here is so often, and we'll talk about it after this shot, 5-meter, score it. And Olympic Club, they take the lead now. Olympic Club and Mulcahy able to surge ahead to get a second look at the release here. So typically, in those sorts of plays, you'd so often see the offensive player, they'd come in, they'd let go of the ball, they'd hope to be dragged down, and that'd be your quick 5-meter call. Recent rules, especially at the international level, you're inside 6 meters, you're attacked while you're holding the ball from behind, in that case, a little bit to the side. I think that was the debate. on the defensive end of things for New York. But your attack from behind, it's going to be an easy 5-meter call. And so that's been kind of the evolution a bit of 5 meters. You saw when that rule was installed, especially internationally, it was a 5-meter fest.
Constant, you were seeing games
goals.
with 20 penalties.
Yeah, it was out of control. But it takes time for people to adjust, and that's what you've seen now. Entry in once again, double team, good swim across. Paul Reynolds, a blur out of nowhere, comes up with that ball.
He really did pop out from just out of nowhere on that one. He's a superhero of defense there.
Excellent speed. Sibley now, he'll move ahead to Grover. Here's Jack Grover, the Bruin. He's gotten into the coaching ranks as well in the last couple of years. And we won't get far in this end, a contra foul. So offensive, and we told you in the first quarter, well, they're going to see what the refs are going to call. They're still in that testing phase, right? They're going to see how physical can they be. Are the officials seeing this? I'm trying to get position, and you see the refs are all over it.
Will these teams play again as the league develops, or is this their one shot?
This is at least their one shot over the next couple of weekends here as they work through the schedule. We'll have to take a look at the rest of the calendar and see. You'd presume Fisher Cup is a time where we could see them again.
Yep.
And then depending on what teams decide to do as we get into senior nationals over the summer. And, of course, at the Masters Nationals at the end of August, always an opportunity. That pass, nobody home. As Olympic Club tried to push ahead, and Jackson Kibble wasn't aware it was there, and now this is a developing situation. Here is Roberts inside, easy 1-2 punch. Obert from Roberts, and the New York Athletic Club has the answer. We're tied at 5.
That extra pass, so good. If you're watching from home, you lock that goalie to one side. I always teach the kids as you're going through, the goal should be easy with that extra pass.
Say it all the time on the counterattack. Look weak side, right? If you see
yep.
stuff on your side of the pool, odds are there's somebody else on the other side that has a better option. And the unselfish play from Roberts, able to dump it off to Obert. He doesn't miss from there. And we've got ourselves a tie ball game here, 5-all.
It's great to see the counterattack back on being produced on a weekly basis.
Yes, sir.
Semi-weekly?
Every Wednesday, we're back with the counterattack, and to adapt for everyone's busy schedule, we've shortened it to 2 minutes or less. So
yep,
we're going to get you everything you need to know in 2 minutes, and then there'll be other features, but that'll just devote those 120 seconds. You'll be caught up on the key things in the world of water polo every Water Polo Wednesday.
So if you haven't already, subscribe to USA Water Polo's YouTube here, and so you get notified as those come out.
Yep.
Great stuff.
We post it there. Thank you, Sean. Appreciate that. We share it there and on the USA Water Polo Instagram and Twitter. And shout out to our Senior Manager Digital Media, Cherie Smith, in the house tonight. She produces that entire program every Wednesday. And beautiful look over the top, and there's an easy penalty call again.
See him going for the ball and just have that held down arm, just that impeding going into the cage.
And that was classic stuff, right? Luca far post popping up, and such a timing play. It's got to be just right with the 2-meter line right there, but he knows what to do, and you called it an easy penalty call.
We're going to put 4 defenders on him here.
This is always the musical chairs of water polo.
Jesse Smith talking to him, getting in his ear here a little bit.
Happens all the time, and Cupido doesn't waste any time, lets it fly. You get into the high-level international water polo, and that becomes a real display. It's almost a 3-act play by the time they actually are allowed to shoot the penalty shot.
Everyone peacocking there, making sure that they...
Who can get closer to the goal? Can the goalie come out? And who's doing it when before the official notices to get everyone back in position? So 2:21 left here, third quarter. On that penalty shot connect, we see Olympic Club. They push ahead now by 1. Good seesaw battle here, 6-5. Low-scoring affair. It took Olympic Club a minute to get in the mix offensively here. Now they've found their footing, and they're in front by 1. Here's Rolsa. Rolsa takes a look. He'll swing to Yaksimovic. The exclusion. Enlow doing the job. He was doubled, was able to send Mulcahy off, and now a power play here for New York.
Which is a good opportunity because neither of these teams have been great on power play conversions. They're only 1 out of 12 on both sides, so maybe a good way to stop a scoring situation, see if NYAC can get it in here.
Those are numbers that'll make any coach cry. Here's the opportunity, and again,
answer is
on
no.
cue, field block. And now the other coach is saying, well, how about our 5-man defense? Every coach talks about
Right.
that and preaches
There you go.
the need to be effective. So if you want to look at the silver lining, excellent 5-man defense on both sides.
But if you're looking at your stats, you're going, oh boy.
Yeah, we're in for a long night here. It's going to take a natural goal. Someone's got to do it. Here's Capito. We get a lifetime sub here as Ryder Roberts waiting to return. As this is an exclusion off the post. So the exclusion was called there on Rolsa. Now Roberts can come in. And we are approaching 1 minute left, and New York dodging a bullet there as Olympic Club had an excellent 6-on-5 opportunity. The struggles on the advantage continue. Roberts now into the offensive end, less than a minute to play. Moving in. Shot clock to 9. He'll pour it inside. Jesse Smith just threw the truck in reverse and it backed into about 2 meters.
Ooh.
And on the power play, well, no surprise, there was a stop. New York will stay on the offensive end, still on the advantage. Shot clock goes back to 20. Still on the advantage for the moment here. Can they convert?
We'll wait for that flag to go up. 20 seconds after the shot, a new adaptation on the rules, and there it is.
Roberts able to convert on the power play before sides coming even. He finds the answer, and New York has tied this one at 6.
How do you feel about that 20-second after shot?
Anything to speed up the tempo, so I enjoy it, because when we're going back to full shot clock again, it just felt like the offense was taking forever to kind of get back into it. And so I like that we give the offense a little bit of kind of a kick it into gear sign here to start attacking.
I feel like that new set of rule changes, it's been a couple years now, as you mentioned earlier, have really has done that. It has made the game more exciting, bringing the goalie forward onto 7-on-6, the 20-second. Right, great stuff.
Totally designed for the offensive end of the goal, right? To try and add some scoring. Shot clock is off now. Final 9 seconds. Here's Reynolds. We're down to 7. Capito from the outside, and that's controlled by Whiteleg. He'll let fly as time expires, sails over the cage, and we are through 3 quarters. And, well, it's as advertised. New York Athletic Club, Olympic Club, all even at 6. We come back with the final 8 minutes from Huntington Beach, California. Stay close.
All right, taking a look at our 6-8 stats. Tied 6-6, 24 to 23%, 25 shots for NYAC, 26 for Olympic. Power play conversion moving up here to 25% for NYAC, 2 out of 8, still scoreless, 0 for 7 on the defensive crush by NYAC in that power play. Penalties, 0 penalties for NYAC, 3 for 4 on the conversion. Blocks 12 to 15. Steals, just the defensive stats going off. We can take a look here at some of our plus minus, but we're gonna get the camera lined up, ready for sprints.
Opening sprint. We're underway here in the fourth. Sean Stringham, Greg Meskel here with you poolside, Oceanview High School, and Alex Rolsa using that size advantage over Jack Grover to get there first. A couple of Bruins battling, and they can smile as they settle into the offensive end now. Here's Gielan inside. That one popped out, and it turned over as New York tried to get in the mix to Obert early, and now Olympic Club on the counter. Here's Capito, has help. Reynolds fills the lane. Excellent extra pass right in front. Score it. Pretty stuff from O Club. Mulcahy, the final recipient, he cashes in.
Paul Reynolds goes to plus 4.9 on the impact for the highest plus minus of the game with 2 assists. He's 0 goals, but 2 goals, 2 steals, 2 earned exclusions. So a great way to make an impact without scoring a goal.
Yeah, he's a guy that is going to be all over a plus minus, just given the various things he can do in the water. The exclusion, and a big chance now for New York. And every time one of these teams has surged ahead, the other has responded. And I think the only thing that's going to change that is the clock expiring here in the fourth. Power play for New York once more. Travisano stuffed. Rebound controlled by Sibley. Big stop from John Sibley. Don't forget, follow along. Live stats available now via the 6-8 game desk. Head to 68scores.com. You could hear a grunt there at 2 meters as someone was battling. And instead a long-range try controlled by Whiteleg.
Pretty sure they were just shaking hands under the water there.
Yeah, that's all it was. Whiteleg now. Surveys the scene. Long outlet to Rolsa. Opening 2 minutes of this fourth quarter. The exclusion again, 6-on-5s. Even though the percentages are way down, they may tell the story.
They will.
This one is all said and done. Roberts now working.
Jesse Smith joined the
Entry in, double team, penalty.
From behind.
Capito launched himself up over the top to try and knock that one away. And so after the exclusion led to a 6-on-5, then Capito trying to knock down that entry pass as Obert can only smile as he had excellent position. Sets up the penalty. And now a big chance here for New York to tie things at 7. It'll be Gielan stepping up.
That's his third. So he'll sit the rest of the time as he exits out to the corner there for the exclusion.
That's a huge loss as Capito goes off. Red flag is out. And now a chance for New York to tie things here with 6:06 to play in the fourth. He does. Rips the net. Able to hit near side. Good to go. We're even at 7. Good energy in this one. It's continued. It was a defensive stalemate through the first quarter or so, and now the offense
starting
is
to pick up. And as you had mentioned, that 7-6, 7-8. I mean, we're right in that range, right? As a great battle here between two classic clubs.
Yeah, striking distance for sure of that final score. Keep in mind, no overtime in National League. You go straight to penalty shots should this one end in a tie after regulation. But still 6 minutes to go in this fourth quarter. Here's Grover. Jackson Kimball, as they work it around the perimeter. Kimball will take a look. Again, a tussle in a 2 meters. Just look for the whitewater. That's where a battle is being had.
And those are some big gentlemen in there working prize fighters. Really.
That's Wyatt Barker there in a battle. The USC Trojan. Shot clock here about to expire, and they'll have to dump that one aside. Smart play here. You can't risk the counterattack at this point in the game if you can help it. And so Olympic Club, having nothing, tosses that aside. New York works up to Ryder Roberts. Obert is in. Single coverage here. They'll look to get for him, but you can see immediately Stapleton dropping back. Shot clock now to 6.
In that zone defense, just challenging him to shoot from the outside, and that's going to be a goal. Wow.
Alex Obert on the power play. Right as the shot clock was about to expire, New York draws the exclusion, and they do not miss an opportunity. And Obert slams it home in close.
one of the best shots and passes in water polo, in my opinion, off that. Coming in from that 1 or 5 onto the post, just dunking it in there. Just a nice little alley-oop.
And so New York now goes in front 8-7. Keep in mind we had 3 combined goals in the first half.
First half total, right.
The door came off the cage in the third. 9 combined goals as we started to get things figured out. And now continuing here into the fourth, a mixture of good offense and some strong defense. We'll see a kick out, an exclusion. This will go against New York. Power play for Olympic Club. Everyone answers. It's O Club's opportunity. Mulcahy now. They'll work to Hochschild in along 2 meters, out high now.
Ooh,
good look in front, but it comes center cage. Sibley, rather white leg, able to control easily enough, and sides come even. White leg on the stop, and he'll look to trigger the offense. Pushing out to Rolsa. Rolsa on the move. Yaksimovic, so dangerous on the offensive end.
Oof.
Ordinary. Rade takes a look, loads it up, and fires. Score it for the New York Athletic Club, and Yaksimovic, a rope from the outside. And for the first time, breathing room for one of these teams, a 9-7 lead for New York.
And off that direct shot, we talked about that a little bit earlier. You don't see as many of those, but that was a great opportunity where he settled, got on his legs, and just threw the rope into that top right corner.
Rade piled up the goals in Lewisburg, Pennsylvania for Bucknell, and he is good from 6 meters and beyond. Able to hit there, and so now it puts the onus on the Olympic Club. Can they manufacture some offense here as we are just about halfway through this fourth quarter? Paul Reynolds fairly quiet so far in his National League debut in 2022. Skip shot, and that'll be tipped out. White leg got a piece of it on the long bounce from Hochschild.
Got a hand on that shot by Hochschild.
Shot clock resets to 20. And now Shane Hochschild will restart the offense. Here's Thomas Carroll. Jesse Smith defending at 2 meters. Olympic Club looking in at Marin Ballerin. Instead, that was inside by a little bit. Inside 6 on the restart. Official eyes it up the whole way and wave off that attempt from Mulcahy.
3 minutes and 40 seconds remaining here. It's going to be an exciting conclusion.
It's a 2-goal lead for New York, and 1 more goal really puts Olympic Club in a danger zone, so their defense needs to be nails here the rest of the way. Yaksimovic, he had the last goal. Here's Roberts, right inside. Trouble and a penalty. Beautiful entry, and Obert takes 2 defenders for a ride as the double came across, and this will set up a penalty shot try for the New York Athletic Club. And not a bad option when you have Alex Obert in at 2 meters. New York pours it in, and it works out well. Yaksimovic looking for a second straight goal, and that is good for Rade Yaksimovic.
Gets up, looks right, goes left. Great play by John.
So now 10-7.
There we go.
And
I didn't think the Olympic was going to put up that many goals.
Yeah, no, the way things have gone, especially in the first half, you wouldn't think anyone was going to get 10 goals, but they have found their footing. So now a 10-7 lead and time running short for the Olympic Club. 3:22 to play. Still plenty of time. You're right at about the limit here. 3 minutes, 3 goals. That's about as far away as things can get to still have a chance.
The math just doesn't work out much after that.
As bad as I was at math, I still have that one figured out. Here's Grover, and that's stopped. White leg. Major save, but he cannot get there in time. That New York bench erupts. They're in disbelief, but the officials will say, no, he did not get there in time, and it's back in at 2 meters.
Fresh 20. Got to get used to saying that instead of 30 after the shot. Ooh,
this will help the Olympic Club cause. Exclusion. Looks like that'll send off Jesse Smith. He confirms he heads out. Ballerin on the post draws a penalty. This is one of those classic timing plays. We saw it moments ago when Olympic Club was able to draw a penalty previously. They do it again, and you just see players lock eyes. They make the eye contact and send that pass. It pays off for O Club.
Yep. As a coach, we talk about that all the time. You got to be able to communicate with your eyes and your mind.
A mind meld, if you will.
The mind meld.
Here's Paul Reynolds. This is huge right now with 2:49 to play. A must-have for Olympic Club to try and draw within 2. Fourth quarter action here, opening weekend of the 2022 National League season. Here we go. Reynolds loads it up and hits. Paul Reynolds.
And Polly scores.
Keeping it close.
His first goal of the evening.
That's the
Polly
first
Reynolds.
goal on the night for Reynolds. Comes in as the all-time leading scorer in the National League,
High school.
going back to the years pre-pandemic, and able to get on the board here tonight to make it 10-8. We've got 2:40 left, so plenty of time for Olympic Club to play some straight-up defense, try and generate a stop. New York in no hurry. They're happy to take some time away, and exclusions will be key here. We know that extends the clock, provides new life on offense, so got to play clean defense. Rolsa now, entry in, backhand. Oh, the donut went up high, right over the keeper and in, and that may be the difference maker. A beautiful shot inside from Gillen, rips the backhand. Maybe not a full donut. He was coming up
close
high.
to Sunday morning. We can give him the donut on that one. That was right over the top of his head.
We might see that play on Sports Center tonight, top 10.
And an 11-8 lead. So Olympic Club, they had to be perfection on the defensive end, and just an excellent counter from the New York Athletic Club to rebuild that 3-goal lead here with 2:12 to play. Here's an opportunity just off the hand. They had Ballerin. He was moving towards the cage, and a frustrating moment for Marin Ballerin. That one off his hand. It's back to New York, and the New York Athletic Club now, they are in the driver's seat with under 2 to play, ahead by 3. Yaksimovic just about laying on the ball. He doesn't need to go anywhere in a hurry. Looking to peel some time off the clock. 8 on the shot clock. Obert inside. Yaksimovic almost bar in off the post. That would have been pretty. Instead, the rebound controlled by Sibley.
That ball accelerated off the surface of the water. That was a great shot. Just an inch off before a bar out.
Yeah, a heater there from Yaksimovic. Just about 90 seconds left here in the fourth. Here's Reynolds. He'll take a look. Tries to lob inside. That'll be an exclusion. It will go against the New York Athletic Club. Gillen will go off. And now the power play for the Olympic Club. Reynolds snapping passes around the perimeter. The field block there. Shot try is denied. Rade snuffs out the attempt from Mulcahy, and as we near 1 minute to go in the fourth, the New York Athletic Club on their way to a hard-fought victory over the Olympic Club.
There's a great comment in the chat from John. This is awesome. John, you're right. This is awesome.
Totally agree. Love to hear everyone checking in on the live chat here on the USA Water Polo YouTube page. And Alex Obert, he can peel some more time off the clock. And he lets that shot clock expire. So 38 seconds left. Final moments in this one. And as you'd expect, a great battle between these two longtime rivals.
And as these two wind down, we'll be back tomorrow for 5 games. So if you think this is awesome, it's just getting started.
Exactly. All these games available on demand after the fact. Go back and take a look and a listen. As a save there. White leg, one more stop. That will seal the deal. And as you said, we're back with more tomorrow morning. 5 more matches on the way from right here in Huntington Beach. But White leg will take the rest of the time, and well, what started out, Sean, as a defensive stalemate gave way to some offensive highlights, and New York has the final word. They will win it 11-8 as time expires in this fourth quarter.
Fantastic to see these men up and playing. Great high-level water polo. National League doing its job, getting an opportunity for them to play.
Let's take a look at some final numbers here as we wind down this fourth quarter. And Lucas Gillen, big effort for the New York Athletic Club. He paced him with 4 goals. Kind of found an answer for them offensively. And then Rade Yaksimovic, 2 clutch goals late. He hits on the outside try, then delivers a penalty. Let's take a look at the Olympic Club and see who it was that led the charge. Can't forget 3 goals for Alex Obert, by the way. For the Olympic Club, Colin Mulcahy, 4 important goals. Paul Reynolds adding a goal late. They spread it around with Capito, Grover, Marin Ballerin as well. And the goalies, we know that they did an excellent job, especially in that first half. And it's not that they did a terrible job in the second half, but the offense, Sean, is so talented on these squads. Only a matter of time before they'd find their offensive touch.
Yeah, I mean, as defense just wears on, you just get tired, right? And the shots get better, and people find their rhythm. But what a great effort as we go through. Paul Reynolds going with a plus-minus of 5.9, 2 assists, 1 goal, 2 steals, 2 earned exclusions. Great way to make an impact across the game.
7 all going into the fourth quarter, and that's where the New York Athletic Club just takes control. So an impressive fourth quarter from the New York Athletic Club to just really dominate over those final 8 minutes.
Fantastic stuff. Greg, it's been great to be here with you. Thanks for calling the game. We'll be here all weekend. We've got some exciting talent coming in for future weekends. That'll be fun to listen and get some great level analysis as we move forward through National League weekend and into tomorrow. So.
Yeah, great to be here with you, Sean, and looking forward to more action here tomorrow morning. Excited to get back to it. Thanks for everyone who joined us.
Thank you, everyone, and this is Sean Stringham and Greg Meskel signing off with USA Water Polo and Game On Live Studio. Join us tomorrow morning. We're out. Peace.